Hello, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's good to hear from you again. Thank you for coming. So before we get started, as I always say, I do want to briefly go over the confidentiality portion. So just so you know, which I know you already know, that whatever you share with me in this section is private and stays between us. And like always, the only exceptions are situations where someone's safety is at risk, such as if you share that you intend to harm yourself or someone else, or if there's any abuse involving a child, elderly, or vulnerable person. So in those cases, yeah, I'm legally required to go ahead and make sure everybody's safe. But other than that, everything remains confidential, and my professors and students will be able to see this as like a learning purpose and such. So if you're okay with that.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So, give me one second. So, since the last time that we have talked, how have things been going for you lately?
Well, I just got baptized,
Okay,
so
congratulations.
thank you. I would say things have been working out good. Um, just like God is just working real good in my family. So I honestly can say He's doing something.
Okay, okay. So, any other than our baptism, which is definitely a big highlight to your week, has anything else been relatively close to that for you?
I would say just like family stuff, but that's like more in depth. But other than that, no. Really, I just been doing my externship. So that's really all I've been having time for lately.
Yeah, I remember you speaking on that. Tell me a little bit more about that because from what I remember, you were saying that this is something that wasn't relatively new for you. Like you've had some sort of experience, but you weren't quite starting yet. So how is that
Yes,
going to start? Were you eager? Are you just glad that you're in there now?
I was nervous at first, but now I'm like excited. I like the doctor, and one doctor like we be like sometimes in the middle. But I think she's new, so it's like hard for everybody to understand her. So I'm
Hmm.
trying to be more understanding just so I could learn her ways and stuff like
Okay.
that.
And then what about stresses? Because when we go all the way back to like the NH form or NHC forms and such like that, we spoke about just it being easy for other people's emotions to fall upon you. And our previous homework that we went over was over making those two diagrams where you were able to see and compare what was in control and what you were not in control. So were we able to go ahead and use that within our previous weeks?
Yes, a little bit. I was. I noticed like yes, I don't have control over people's the way they feel and how they react to things.
Mm-hmm.
So that will be one, and then like me reacting to how they react. So
Mm-hmm.
just doing better off of that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good. Yeah, so I definitely want to continue doing that, and eventually it won't have to be like the physical writing down. It'll be something that you're able to like mentally do, and it will come naturally instead of something that you have to think about too much.
Right.
I do want to look into emotions as it comes to like the job and the externship. Um, I'm assuming that that is like our current job, our current focus right now. So I do want to know
Yep.
like what emotions like come to mind when you think about this job.
Um, excitement, I would say,
Excitement?
just
Why
because
so?
I'm learning, so I get to learn new things. I know how to do things, but like as far as like learning new things, learning the way people act, and like I know customer service from the back of my
Mhm.
head, like literally, but like just seeing it in a different form when it comes to dentistry, like it's a whole nother, like a whole different kind of customer service. So
Exactly. But I think that customer service is something that is versatile, and as long as you know the fundamentals, you can apply it to different places. So you're not
yeah,
starting from scratch, you are starting from somewhere. Um, I remember you saying that there's one person that you say is kind of relatively new. What kind of gave you the impression that like she made you feel any different than any other doctors that you're working with or professionals?
like so everybody like it's just the way she does things mainly. Like some stuff it doesn't make sense, but it's like okay, this is the way maybe she was taught. So
Mm-hmm.
let's go about it that way, and maybe I'll learn from that. So definitely just opening my eyes to seeing that. Sorry, my voice is going out.
Yeah, you're good. I heard it is just some trick weather right now, so I definitely feel that. So, it's seeming like from what I'm hearing, that's like you're giving her a level of understanding, a level of grace, and kind of trying to pinpoint her perspective on things and try to view it from her point of view and stuff like that.
Yes, definitely.
Um, how does that like, how do you make sense of like everything that's happening with that? Like, what kind of emotions come to mind when she's doing it her way, you've been taught another way, and there's that clash?
It gets tricky because sometimes I could be a little nervous or overwhelmed
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
or just more so like trying to figure out like where I'm at in that moment. Basically, like she'll be asking me to do something, but usually a doctor will be like, "Oh, like this is this, do this." She'll do it and expect you to know. So yeah,
Mm.
just like things like that.
Okay, so I'm like having a little trouble visualizing. So if a camera was pointed down on us, like a scene in a play, who would be the characters in this situation, like the scenario that you just explained? Who's in the room? I'm in the background, I'm watching. So
It
you're
would
in
be
the
me
room.
and her,
Okay.
and she would just be like, she'd be like, "I don't want it this way. I do it this way." Or
Mm-hmm.
like we supposed to suction as a dental assistant, and she'll be like, she'll be like making water squirt, and she'll be like, "This shouldn't happen. You didn't tell me."
Right. So does that make you feel any less than? Do you feel like
So
intimidated by, or is it just like this is I see now that you're that type of person. You're just a particular person and you have your set ways and I just have to
yes,
keep
that
up with that.
that last one,
That
yes,
last one? Okay. And that's
yeah.
good. And that's good because some people take offense to that and they let their emotions get the best of them. So I'm glad to see that you let go of control here. You weren't like, she hates me and just went off the rails with that and made
So for real.
your experience at this externship any different. Okay, well, that is definitely good to hear. And thank you for clarifying that for me.
Thank
As you know, so this is going to be one of our last sessions. So this is considered one of our termination stages. So in this, I definitely want to go over what normally happens. So along with the follow up, I do definitely want to discuss like goals and stuff that you plan on having and that you can set for yourself, as well as where do you see yourself? Because in order to grow and excel, it's important to have some sort of visual or direction forward versus being stagnant and stuff like that. So I do have the question of how do you view yourself and where do you want to see yourself in the upcoming year?
see myself in the upcoming year being in a better situation,
What do you
making
mean by that?
making more money for my family,
Mm-hmm.
being able to provide, being able to do what I want to do. Like if I wanted to go on a date with my husband, I could do that. Just
Mm-hmm. So not
pretty.
being limited.
Mhm.
Okay. And if that's in your near future, what are you doing right now? What do you hope to do to accomplish or improve what you're doing right now?
I would say um, helping him on his food truck and working as a dental assistant. I mean, as a dental assistant.
So how long is this like this dental assistant program or externship that you speak of? How long is that actually?
And then I'll be done.
You said how long?
Maybe like 2 or 3 weeks.
3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. And this is something that you see as like a lifetime job, or is this temporary?
Lifetime job.
Gotcha. Give me 1 second. Building a routine. So I want you right now to act as if like you're already there
Okay.
because manifestation is very important when it comes to seeking these goals and aspirations in life. So I want you to yes, so imagine that you're there taking initiative, building a routine, where work fits in. What would your routine look like in this? Would you work first, second shift, like from start to finish? What would you say?
From 8:30 to 5,
Mm-hmm.
probably Monday through Friday.
8 to 5, Monday through Friday. So you're getting up in the morning. I'm assuming the kids have to go to school. So is that something that do they get on the bus? Are you taking
Yep.
them?
They get on the bus.
All of them?
Just Kamora and Chloe and Kyrie.
Chloe, Kimura High School and elementary school. So where is Khalif in all this?
He gets ridden by me or Imagine.
Okay. And that like fluctuates, so it's like alternated. Okay. Okay. So you're gone. Imaji's working third, so he gets back around. Well, his is like, is it Thursday through Sunday or Friday through Sunday? Friday through Sunday?
Okay.
Okay, so he'd really have to do that, but during the day, so it's easier for him to take the carpooling and stuff during the day.
Yeah, or he does like I do daytime and he do during the evening time.
Oh, so you guys have your own little thing.
Yeah,
Um,
make it a little easier.
studying further knowledge. So yes, along with that, I think visualizing what this life will be like before the year even comes is something to look into, as well as like establishing future conversations towards growth. Like you're going into the dental field, do you know every name? I know you went through the schooling. Do you guys have to do any like prior like CEUs or post CEUs, like continued education courses and stuff?
No, I just need to do like a final test,
Mm-hmm.
radiology, and my dental assistant test, and then I'm good.
So this gives you your is it a license?
Mhm.
And how long is it good for?
Well, it's a certificate,
Oh,
so
certificate.
I believe. But yes, it's a license because technically, yes, by the state I'm licensed. So yeah. Um, was about to say. Oh yeah, by so I would have my license for that.
Okay, no, that definitely sounds good. So it seems like you already have a well-rounded idea and a plan. A plan is good as well. I just want to make sure because knowing this stuff and having a direction moving forward helps prevent relapse and all that kind of stuff. Um,
Yeah.
So I definitely enjoyed having you. I definitely do want to reflect over everything that we have spoken about the first two times. I
Okay.
know we did have a few traumatic experience happening with just like prior deaths and just financials up in the air and stuff like that. So within these few sessions that we had, what do you feel have you learned about yourself from these previous experiences? In session and without session, outside of session.
I would say like with the session, I've learned that just finding a different way to cope. And then
Mm-hmm.
without the session, I would say I was more agitated. So now I feel a little bit better and I can calm down better.
Mechanisms. And is there anything that you'd carry on into your family or into people that you know that now that you've been through and been educated on things that you'd probably go and kind of educate them on? In what regard?
Yeah, definitely my kids. Um, just teaching them to calm down and um, gotta be patient. That's one of the things. And um, just figuring out like things in life. Like some things may make you anxious. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta keep a positive mindset, basically.
Yes, for sure, because you as parents are their biggest influence, and everything that you're going through, they're right beneath you, so they see everything as much as it's wanting to be hidden and everything. So the fact that you're mindful and aware of them and relay it in a way that they can understand and help them cope early on, so it's not that they have to be in their 20s or something. The best thing to do is to catch it while it's young, because we find so many times that these people are going through so many traumatic experiences at the ages of childhood, but they don't seek medical, or it ends up being some kind of like substance abuse or something like that that forces them to go in their 30s, 40s, when it could have been made aware of when they were a
In
kid.
the bud, right?
Exactly, exactly. And so, yeah, as we wrap up, is there anything else that you didn't get a chance to share? Any questions that you might have?
No, I would like to say thank you, though. I appreciate your
Yeah.
time and everything.
Yeah, no problem. And you'll definitely still have my contact as well as yeah, everything for sure. As well as yes, so I do plan on doing a follow-up in a few weeks to months, just to make sure that we know how you're doing, that you're holding up
Okay.
well, and if any referrals need to be made, as well as like any educating on any advice or anything like that. Feel free to reach out as well too.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay, well, you have a good night and good luck to the rest of the time.
You too.
Sorry. Okay, I just still don't know how to work this dang phone. All
Hey,
right, bye bye.
bye.